Welcome back to Human Behavior Lab. I'm New York, your host and observer of all things human. Today we have Juan joining us again. How are you doing today, Juan?
Hey New York, I'm doing great. I have to admit, I'm really curious about today's topic. You mentioned something about chess players and how they think differently.
That's right. Today we're examining a fascinating study about the cognitive differences between amateur and expert chess players. But more importantly, we'll explore what this tells us about how human expertise develops and why our brains process information so differently depending on experience.
That sounds really interesting. I've always wondered, when I watch chess tournaments, the commentators talk about how Grandmasters see things that regular players can't. Is that actually true? Or is it just romanticizing?
It's not romanticizing at all. The study published in SciPost provides concrete evidence for what psychologists have observed for decades. When researchers compared amateur and expert chess players, they found fundamental differences in how their brains process the same visual information.
So their brains literally work differently? I always assumed experts just thought harder or maybe had better memory.
That's a common assumption, but it's more nuanced than that. The study showed that experts don't necessarily have better raw memory capacity. Instead, they organize information in fundamentally different ways. When an amateur looks at a chessboard, they see individual pieces. When an expert looks at the same board, they see patterns, relationships, and strategic structures.
Wait, that's fascinating. So it's like they're seeing a completely different thing even though we're looking at the same board?
Precisely. And this has been demonstrated through a classic experiment. Researchers showed chess positions to both experts and amateurs for just 5 seconds, then asked them to reconstruct what they saw. The experts could accurately place almost all the pieces. The amateurs could only place a few.
5 seconds? That's barely enough time to blink. But here's my question. Isn't that just proof that experts have better memories?
That's the interesting part. When researchers showed the same people random arrangements of chess pieces, positions that couldn't occur in a real game, the experts performed no better than amateurs. Both groups could only remember a few pieces. This proves it's not about superior memory capacity.
Okay, now I'm confused. If their memory isn't better, how do they remember so much more in real game positions?